Rigged. Fucking garbage. Genuinely annoyed by that. Good luck today. Thank you. All right, back to Dram. Ooh, I need that. How about the Bears being the top of the NFC North? Little annoyed. Not annoyed with Dan Campbell, but like, I thought we had some relatively questionable play calling yesterday. How about them Broncos? Broncos are just fucking good. I apologize for my Bo Nix comments the other day. Lane Raff. Thank you for that sub. The Bears, though, are good. I think Caleb's proving he's a winner. Back-to-back comebacks. The team that I don't really understand still is Carolina. Like, Carolina's not good. I'm watching Carolina games, and I'm just like, they're not good, but they win. Yeah. You're gonna play Satisfactory for the first time? I love all factory games. Automation games are... I can't play them because I will get too addicted. Oh, come on. Bryce Young for Heisman? He's like, he threw for 400 yards yesterday. Is he good? I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, like, my mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me yes. I like Shapes. Shapes is probably my favorite of the automation games, to be honest with you. I have no idea who's good this year either. I agree. I have no idea. Thank you. I appreciate it. It was a good one. You went to high school and BC with him? Why didn't you say something? Why weren't you like, hey, Will, I went to high school with you, and then dox yourself and see if he remembered you. He seemed like a nice guy. He might remember all sorts of people. Okay. You kicked your ass routinely on track? I could see that. Whoa. Worst case, the security tases you in the neck? Wait, who's getting tased in the neck? On the internet. That's not how tasing works. Remember, don't tase me, bro. Such a good time. Simpler times. Simpler times. All right. Oh! I love ropes levels. I can grab it. Oh, come on. What is Dram World? Is just a Super Mario World ROM hack? Just? I don't know. Just is like, just? Oh, balls. What is Lord of the Rings? Seriously though, what is Lord of the Rings? I think this weekend's my Lord of the Rings-a-thon. Oh, come on. Sequel to Lord of the Dance? How was Running Man? Running Man's good, pretty based. I like that parts of it. I'd say the story's a little... You know what? I thought it actually would have worked really good as a TV show. Like, if they could have made that whole thing as a TV show instead, I think it might have been a little bit better. It had a lot. It just had a lot of... Like, it just moved really fast. For a movie that takes part over 30 days, you know what I mean? That's all. What does base mean? What do you think it means? I would say it doesn't shy away. It doesn't shy away from anything. You know, like it doesn't shy. Like, I know it's based on a book that came out in the 80s, but it's definitely like, it definitely has a very strong message that is not at all subtle. A strong, non-subtle message. Oh. Yeah, it's a very modern day relatable message.
A legend of sorts.
He is.
But to us from hacking community members of this fine here established Twitch channel, but Dram is a movement of sorts. Both spiritually and emotionally as well as in game.
That's deeper than I thought about it. Yeah, I want to watch Arnold Schwarzenegger's Running Man. Also, I had so many questions. Like, okay, so this guy's like, he's running out in the streets. Like who pays for when an accident happens, right? No. I mean, there are cheesy moments in it. There's absolutely a bunch of cheese in it, but I thought overall it was pretty fucking good, but it wasn't like the greatest movie I've ever seen. You know, like it wasn't the greatest movie of all time. Was it a nice way to spend a Saturday? Absolutely. Top two? Like of post-apocalyptic movies I've seen in the last 5 years, it's definitely not as good as Furiosa was. And I don't like Furiosa anywhere near as much as I liked Mad Max. And I'm a pretty big post-apocalyptic person. Okay, and then okay, so just that. We just need two of them. We just need two juggles. Panga loves his juggles, man. Have I seen 28 years later? No. I've never even seen 28 days later. Ah! First shell jump of the hack, not even close. They have zombie cock in 28 years later. I feel like there's a joke somewhere and I don't know what it is. I feel like there's a joke somewhere here and I don't. Where's what is the joke? What is the joke? Zombie cock. Cock so good. Cockfection. Zombie infection. Come on. We can get there, chat. We can get there. We can get there. This is why someone has writers. This is why people have writers. Is Mad Max just Max Payne? I think they're very distinctly different movies. This video's demonetized. We're getting rid of all the demonetization part. The dead isn't the only thing that are rising. Fuck. That is probably it. That's probably where the gold was. Max Payne's a movie, but it had like nothing to do with the fucking video game. Like there's like evil gargoyles in it and shit instead of just like drug dealing gangsters and a sad boy who lost his family and does bullet time. Shit. The Mad Max movies are incredible. Mad Max is probably my, like Mad Max, what is it, 2016? It's probably my top, it's either my first or second favorite movie of all time. I can't, it's either that or Big Lebowski, and I think it just depends on what mood I'm in. But I can watch that Mad Max over and over again. And I'm not even like a huge like action movie guy. Oh, that was bad. I'm not even like a huge action movie guy, but it's so good. It's good. It tells a lot of story without having to tell a story. There's very little dialogue in it, but it's still like a deep story. Yeah, I don't know. Then it's got the guy playing the guitar and shit. The world building's incredible. Like you understand the world and like okay, so like Running Man I thought like had to glaze over a lot of things from you know time to time in it. Whereas like Mad Max like doesn't have to glaze over anything because it all just gets kind of told through the story of who the character is. You can see their face, you can see what's happening, you can see the milkmaids, you know what I mean, shit like that. Okay, and then so on to that one, then to the right, then over and up. I want to see Begonia really bad, actually. Begonia looks great. Inspiring Badger, thank you for 9 months. Hey, the director's got range. I thought Furiosa was really missing Charlize Theron. And also my thing that I didn't like about Furiosa is it's like there's not much actual like what do I want to say? Cars? Not much car combat in it. There wasn't any driving. Like they're just kind of doing their thing. Thor did a great job. I thought it was really, there's some movies and shows. Okay, so I think the Joker movie, incredibly well acted. I think the scenery and everything around it is great. I think the writing's ass. And the movie itself's kind of meh. Furiosa is well acted. Extremely well acted. I think the scenery's great. I just think it's kind of just meh. You know, it's just like, it's just meh. And compared to, listen, some prequels should be prequels. Some prequels aren't as good. Like, Mad Max is just a better situation, you know? There's more shit going on. I also thought the world building wasn't as good in Furiosa. Like, it was a little bit more vague of what's going on with that area and Immortan Joe, and I don't know. I just didn't like how it came out. It didn't like lead into Mad Max 1, I felt. Like, it didn't like really like tell me anything that was going to happen in Mad. Oh, this is how that came about. This is how that came about. Oh. I just fell down there. Well, I hate sand. It's coarse and it gets everywhere. Damn it. Yeah, Fallout Season 2 looks great. Yeah, it's in like the Australian outback. Or it's in the ocean next to Australia, one of the two. Okay, I need to go down more. That's what the problem. It's bringing me up there at the end. I don't know. It's somewhere packed away in my stuff somewhere. I don't know. It's one of those things where I moved and it's in a box that I never undid. I've heard a lot of people like the new Predator.
Updated version of Dram, or are you just gonna go all the way with this version?
I got the updated one. Yeah, I got updated. Oh, whore. Belt on head? I don't know where it's at, Chad. Oh, fuck. No, it's definitely in Australia. Yeah, Mad Max is definitely in Australia. 100%. It's not like a place that looks like... No, it's Australia. God damn it. You refuse to believe Australia exists? Too many spiders? Well, there's no kids there. Kids can't be born in Australia. Chair Company's my favorite show on TV. I haven't watched Last Night's yet. Yeah. So don't spoil Last Night's for me. Ah! Fuck me in the balls. Do me and Tiny but Mighty hold the DK record? We held it for about 8 hours before it got broken. It's still special though, which didn't bother me. Okay, I gotta do that differently. My timing on that's bad right now. Honestly, I wonder if I could just go from the first. Like if I even need to do more than one juggle. Like can I just do the one juggle? Just go from there? I gotta go down. Mad Max just a random Tuesday in Australia? Well, there's no like animals anywhere. So you don't really, it's in Australia that I'm not too worried about. Oh, I just gotta get away from a car? Whoop-dee. No, we can't go from all the way over there. Wish you and your pops broke a video game record. Yeah, that was a fun moment. I mean, I gotta say that's definitely gonna be one of my favorite moments on stream forever. Oh, let me put on the timer. Hold on. Do. Dude, people, the internet owes Bronny James an apology. B's gonna see when he's older and know he did a great thing. We already know. It's really fun. It's something, it's a really fun thing and special thing in our house that we did it. The whole thing was really fun. Oh, ah! We've done the SMRPG jumps. Bronny, if his last name wasn't James, dude, he's started the last 2 weeks. SGA Glazer, respectfully, Bronny's like the best late second round pick in years. No other late second round picks even been a rotational guy in the league in the last like 6 years. What do you mean? He's an adequate NBA player. He's gonna be a fine D&3 guy in the league. He's gonna have a long career. Jokic, what are you talking about? You're just naming NBA players. What are we just naming NBA players? Giannis, what are we doing here? Ah, Larry Bird. Robert Parrish. What does this have to do with anything? Is Bronny playing well now? I mean, listen, I think the problem is everyone's comparing Bronny's got to play like even, Bronny's got to be an all-star to not be a disappointment to people. But the reality is Bronny is a second round, undersized player. And he's overachieving at that. No, Bryce is worse. I don't think Bryce really likes basketball. Not the way Bronny likes basketball. Oh, fuck me. He's just a victim of his dad's ego? Wait, LeBron James is the victim of his dad's ego. And LeBron is the victim of his... Wait, LeBron James is the victim of his own dad's ego, Tiberion? Is that what you said? How is he a victim of anything? Oh, what victim is he a victim of? Victim of what? Dude, I wish LeBron never did the decision just so we could not have irrational conversations about him. I wish we could stay in rational air. I know it's the internet, but we were pretty rational until the decision, and then the decision happened and everyone just went way irrational. Yeah, what a victim. That's above average? Who said it's above average? Are you looking at his career stats? Have you looked at his play these last 2 weeks? I said he's going to be a rotational NBA player. He's playing significantly way above where he's playing significantly, GL, way above where second round draft picks play. That was the argument I made. LeBron's a victim of his own ego? I don't get that. Yeah, what is his own ego victimizing him of? You seriously disagree with the playing better than most late second round draft picks? That was the argument. I didn't say most second round draft picks. I said most late second round draft picks. The guys on either side of him have never even sniffed the league. He got to start 2 games this week. What second round draft pick in his class is getting more play? The decision, yeah, he raised like $8 million for Boys and Girls Club of Cleveland and Miami during that thing. The problem is when people don't like you, any good thing you do is not a good thing anymore. It's just a thing to it's just like a thing to prove your facade. To them, it doesn't matter. You could stop every puppy from getting kicked and you just be virtue signaling and using puppies, like once people don't like you, it doesn't matter. Will I take my talents to South Beach? He's very likely the worst player in the league getting any sort of starts. That wasn't my argument, dude. That wasn't my argument. Listen, would he be getting any play if the Lakers were healthy? No. But still. Shay's the best. Yeah, I just don't think I like watching him play as much as I like watching other players play. Also, he's not going to play 1/4 quarter all year. Oklahoma City's so good. Okay, who are they? Who are they, Dan? What's the players drafted around him doing, Dan? Wemby is can't miss TV right now. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know, man. There's some pretty bad players in the league right now. The Pacers had to play Mac McClung. I kind of feel bad for Mac McClung. I want Mac McClung to like catch on to an NBA team so bad. Oddly Zach, thank you for 5 gift subs. Have I mentioned that I love subs? G-Hall, I said the guy right before and right after. Don't make me get more specific with my arguments, guys.
Did you see the Mark Andrews TD yesterday off the fake tush push?
Yeah, that was fun. Did we all see my boy Shador get some playing time? Oh, fuck. That was my shot. Can I play? I had moments when I was young, but like a lot of things, if you don't shoot the basketball pretty regularly, it's not something that just like you hold on to necessarily. I'm not shooting 33% from 3. Halliburton's gonna ball when he gets healthy. Yeah, but the Pacers are gonna be a completely different franchise by next year. Oh, come on. 10 free throws? How many am I hitting? Free throws? I can still probably shoot 7 to 10. Like, I can still probably get 70% from the free throw line. I shot mid-80s in high school from free throws. Can I win Pop-A-Shot? Depends who I'm playing. Pop-A-Shot, you got to be able to shoot left-handed to be really good. You got to be able to shoot both hands. And Pop-A-Shot, you're not really shooting. You're just kind of throwing the ball at the backboard if you really want to, like, pop good scores. Pop-A-Shot good scores. We were bummed we couldn't do the 3-point contest this year. We were contemplating going to Aura's Hotel and doing it. How's life? Life's pretty great. Yeah, 89. I'm probably too confident now. It's definitely going to be one of those situations where I'm sitting at 6 on that 10th shot. You know what I mean? We all have our Dunning-Krugers. I just Dunning-Krugered about second round draft picks. Yeah, around 6, 7. I was at In-N-Out on Saturday night and Order 67 came and that place erupted. Every kid in there at once dropped it. And it was honestly one of the cutest things I've ever seen. Yeah, I could shoot better than Shaq. Has B hit? Oh my god, he hits me all the time with it. He hits it every day. He's obsessed. I'm going too far over. Yeah, going way too far over on it. It's a universally loved thing by children. And you know what? The kids are cooler than you. Oh god, I'm just running into everything. Better than Granny Wilt free throws? Will Chamberlain shot Granny style? I thought Will Chamberlain dunked from the free throw line. Okay. Okay, sure. Sure. Steven Adams still plays. At least they aren't flossing anymore. Flossing's young millennial, bro. That's young millennial culture. What do you mean? The kids? That's you. Unless you're Gen X, that's us. I don't know. We gotta own that one. Yeah, that's some. I mean, Ninja's a millennial, bro. Like, we gotta own that. Fortnite's a millennial game. That's us, baby. Steven Adams is one of those players that like just is like the same player their whole career. Never get better, but they also never get worse. You're solidly Gen X. I don't know if I'd brag about that. Oh, everybody loves Steven Adams. That's old Gen Z. So old Gen Z and young millennial, isn't that the same fucking thing? That's a blend, baby. They all blend together. If you were born one year, everyone born in the next year isn't completely different from you. It slowly fades. Honestly, though, I think we need to break them down into smaller generations. Because, like, older Gen Z is not like younger Gen Z. And I'm more like, you know, I still remember, like, my childhood with no internet. A little bit. A little bit. Which is vastly different for someone, like, 5 years younger than me, honestly. Like, if you've never heard the dial-up noise, we are not this, you know, we're not in the same generation. One's not better than the other. It's just, it's not as easy to relate, I think. Yeah, I'm like Generation Oregon Trail, not millennial. I'm a willennial, if anything. You're old enough to remember BBS? I'm not. I'm not. Did I ever play Amazon Trail? No. Is that like an Oregon Trail sequel? Ow! 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 Yo, the Y2K wasn't a scare. That was actually a real thing, and people worked really hard to fix it. Yeah, I've just decided fantasy. I think I've decided after 2 seasons, like, fantasy basketball is just too exhausting for me. Having to keep every day, every injury, game time decision, blah, blah, blah. So-and-so's not playing on the second night of a back-to-back. Ja Morant's yelled at by Memphis again. Y2K was big, but something happened after that that was even bigger. I don't know what you're talking about. I will say that was even bigger. And sadly, I think like everything they wanted to get out of that, they pretty much got. Is Bronny on my fantasy team? No, Bronny's not on my fantasy. Listen, chat, I didn't say he was good. I just said he's going to have a career in the NBA where he's like a D3 rotational player that plays on a different team every year. Him and Pat Bev are going to have similar careers. There's some things you can't talk about because people get very irrational about it. One is LeBron. I'm a Bronny apologist. People just lose their mind. No, I just don't think it's insane to draft the smartest player ever's son. I don't think that's an insane move. And I think he would have, if the Lakers weren't like, we're taking him and you're not, I still think he probably would have got drafted. As good as Pat Bev? I said a similar career. What are we, revering Pat Bev now? We're revering Pat Beverly? If I would have said Dennis Schroeder, that might have been crazy. The greatest international player of all time. People don't like nepotism, that's all. You know what? People say that, but they loved when I nepoed my baby. They loved when I nepoed my kid. So I don't know. Is that true? Also, I don't think it's like... There's only so much nepotism that can get you into the NBA. And if you want to get into that, Bronny's way more deserving than Giannis's brother. Be as good people though? Didn't LeBron James pay for like 1,000 kids' college? Why is Bronny not good people? What's wrong? What's wrong with Maya Hawke, right? Is she a bad person? Bronny's a flat earther. I don't think that's true. Listen. They've gone through enough PR training to not mention that, even if they did think that was true. Ugh. Didn't LeBron build a school with his bare hands? I mean, technically LeBron, every dollar LeBron's made has been with his bare hands. If you think about it in that way, like he's not like, okay, are athletes like, they're not blue collar workers, but they're closer to blue collar workers than they are like someone that sits in an office. Kyrie didn't used to be a flat earther. Kyrie, you know what Kyrie is? Kyrie is will do the opposite. If somebody tells you that you shouldn't do that, Kyrie's just gonna do it. Because he's just someone that doesn't like being told what they should or shouldn't do. There's people that are out there that just will do that. Yeah, they'll just do anything. Like if you're just, oh, really? Well, I'm gonna do this. We all have a buddy like that. Full of hot takes? No, they're not blue collar. They're like, but they are a collar. I mean, are you telling me athletes don't fuck up their body? They're not blue collar because I think like that requires like a certain amount of underpaid. But they fuck up their body. They have some shit, green collar, something like that. Yeah, they get fucked up. They're union members. They are union members. Professional athletes are closer to they're closer than that than not. They're also influenced by sports bettors. The thing about athlete pay is basically the best players are very underpaid and everyone else is very overpaid. Whoa. Hey, big croc dog, all right? You know that and I know that. And anyone with a brain and nuance knows that. But if you say athletes or any athlete is underpaid, people will lose their mind, all right? You can't say that. That's another thing you can't say on the internet because that is a nuanced conversation that I completely agree with. See? Are they overpaid? They're only, listen, athletes are only overpaid if you hate capitalism. I think athletes can be a bit overpaid, yes. But none of them really compete in a truly open free market. And all the leagues are set up in a socialist way to help small market owners and simultaneously keep athlete pay down. Baseball's pretty close. Not even, dude. What about minor leaguers? How many years of service before you're eligible for arbitration? There's millions of things in baseball that arbitrarily keep their prices down. Now their biggest stars might actually be properly paid, but everyone else around them, baseball actually has the opposite, where I think their biggest stars are probably properly paid and everyone else is underpaid. Yeah. Do you think competitive integrity is important as anything in sports? Do you think competitive integrity is important in healthcare? Or public transportation? Or is it just sports? Why do we draw the line there? Boom. Sorry. I just love using that. Argument. And it affects so many cities. You know what? I agree with you, Big Croc Dog. I agree with you. I think that professional sports sharing revenue and having maybe some artificial caps on things does help the industry as a whole. Yes, I agree with you on that. I agree. Ah! Yeah.
Who love?
Ooh, that's hard. Yeah, that's all. That's all. Sorry, I was making a more poignant point. Sorry, I just saw Running Man. Sorry, I just saw Running Man. Ah. It was fun. Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun movie. It wasn't like bro got radicalized. Yeah, that was it. That was the thing. Oh. Okay, okay. They didn't stick the landing. I thought the very end was... Like, the very last scene was fine. I mean... I thought it was a good movie. I've never seen the original, and I've never read the book, though, so I don't know. I have no, like... attachment to it. How's Glenn Powell? Yo, Glenn Powell's weird in that I want to hate him. I don't want to like him. I don't like his face. I don't like, I feel like I don't like anything about him. But the more I see him, like even his SNL, like the more I see him, the more I'm like, I think I kind of like him. I like the what's the show he's got on Hulu where he's playing like a fake college quarterback? He's Mrs. Doubtfiring himself, Chad Powers. Kind of funny. He's pretty funny in it. Seems like he's got a good sense of humor. Dude can make fun of himself. I mean, listen, if he doesn't believe the shit he said in Running Man, he convinced me he did. You know what I mean? Right? Yeah, so that's a weird one. Who's my favorite stand-up? Right now? I don't know if I have one right this moment. The last guy I saw, Nate Bargatze actually might. I think Nate Bargatze's probably like, the thing with Nate Bargatze, I've never like been like, oh, that's the funniest special I've ever seen with any of his things. But I think he is extremely solid, and the fact that he does it all without cursing is pretty goated. I'll give him that, because it's not like he's like, I wouldn't call him like a clean comic or a family comic or anything. It's just, he's pretty good. I will say he would be pretty high on my list right now. Oh, come on. All right. My problem with Shane Gillis is like, and you'll never not notice this. It's just like Shane Gillis, like he says something, he drops it, it's a little awkward, and then he's like, and I get it. I got bits too, you know? That's his whole thing. Yeah, it's his whole thing. And I just like, I don't know. I also think Shane Gillis is like only for dudes. Like Shane Gillis doesn't write any jokes that could appeal to anyone but like dudes. Like dudes too, you know? Ah! We saw Tom Segura last year. Tom Segura is literally like extremely hit or miss for me. Ralph, I want to say it's Ralph Barbosa? Probably mispronouncing it, like Barbosa King. His first special I thought was fucking hilarious, but his second one I thought was ass. John Mulaney, I don't like his stand-up, but I love Everybody's Live. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard, yeah. I am definitely like...
Start of every work week. You will always be the undisputed people's champ. Boo vibe. Boo.
I'm Unk now.
You and the Boo family.
Thank you. I'm trying to think of like... I think it's really hard for a comedian to like drop like 3-4 great specials. I used to love Aziz Ansari. But like his last special, like... Comedians are kind of like rappers. And that I feel like you're better off like doing 3 or 4 specials that are just all-time greats and then dying rather than continuing to do more specials. Because you only got, maybe you only have so many funny jokes inside of you, you know? Maybe there's only so much writing can get you. Like, you know how much Tupac and Biggie benefit from never having to make a shitty album because they died? Amy Winehouse, you're never gonna hear Amy Winehouse's bad, like, pop electric sober album that she made. Conversely, we probably will have to hear Charlie XCX's weird indie pop album that sounds like Lana Del Rey knockoff one year, instead of just listening to her awesome crazy dance music. Ah, fuck! You gotta go with the blow one. Come on, bro, this doesn't look that hard. You can do it. I know I can. But I'm positive you can't. You big hater! I don't know, I think this one does look pretty hard. Oh god, fucking shit. Was No Pixel? No Pixel was my go away and release an album. Like, that was my Chris Gaines album. Literally, my Mick Flair. Mick Flair's my Chris Gaines. You're glad Kurt Cobain was gone before he would have became a registered. I'm pretty sure Nirvana was never going to become that. He likes all our pretty songs and he likes to shoot his gun, but he don't know what it meant. Yeah, I don't think that was ever happening. Yeah, I don't know if Kurt Cobain would have been there. Also, I don't think there was a scenario where he wasn't dying. To be honest with you. I think some people are like, okay, I used to have a bit of that mentality, chat. I used to have, my brother passed away when we were 19, and I'd say the early parts of my 20s, I definitely had like a, I'm not even gonna live that long, so like fuck it type of mentality. And some people never grow out of that. Yeah, I don't know. I think Kurt was pretty Kurt Cobain was probably a little bit ahead of his time on some of that. Yeah, I don't know if he would have. But LL Cool J is. I didn't say being a part of that band would stop people from becoming shitty people. I just said him particular. Yeah. Oh. Well, I don't think a lot of band. Okay, I think there's like a theory that like bands are friends, and not a lot of people like. Even if you are friends, some people are better friends than other friends in the band, right? No matter what. And B, once the band gets to a certain level where they're like bringing in and replace, like you're not friends anymore, right? And even like when you're forming a band, it's not like you pick your 5 best friends and form a band. No, you pick someone you know who plays guitar, someone you know who sings, someone who knows who plays, you know what I mean? Oh. So yeah, they're not always friends. Like Andre 3000 and Big Boy don't even talk. They've never talked. They've never been homies. And they're my favorite band of all time. Band, group, duo. Yeah, they're like streamers who collab but don't hang out. Outcast doesn't hate each other. I think they're just pretty indifferent. They just like different things. Big Boy likes, you know, pit bulls and clubs and lean, and Andre 3000 likes flutes and fashion. Ah, fuck. Nirvana's overrated? Yeah, because Kurt Cobain died. That's what I was just talking about. Everyone that dies young ends up being a little bit, maybe not overrated, but they don't have a chance to become bad, right? Like if Snoop Dogg dies after The Dogfather, he's got one great album and one pretty decent album. Now he's got all sorts of shit, right? Snoop Dogg dies before then, one of the greatest top 10 rappers of all time. Nobody would put Snoop Dogg in their top 10. He's somewhere, but not anywhere there. Going to jail can also help your rating as a musical artist. Yeah. Zeppelin would have been crazy in the 80s, or he would have been boring as fuck. Everyone's like, oh, Tupac would have continued. Tupac would have made, he would have starred in, you know the movie The Tooth Fairy that The Rock was in? That would have been a Tupac movie. He would have made like 2 Christmas albums, some duet album with an R&B singer. Biggie right now would be on The Voice. Actually, he probably still would have got killed after he testified against Puffy. You're down for all that? Oh yeah, me too. Me too, but that stuff affects your rating. right? That's what I'm saying. That stuff affects your rating. If I die in 2018, 2019, people will be like, that was the greatest Mario player ever. Because I never had time to go through my, my sabbaticals from the game. To rob my banks in Grand Theft Auto. And not only that, when you die, everyone kind of takes a look at your life a little bit more and goes, wow, they actually did do a lot. Where we don't do that when they're alive, so it's harder to... My thesis is dying is good for dying's good for your overall legacy. Dying really helps your legacy. It's good PR. Yeah, it's good PR. Yeah, but you're dead? Yeah, I mean, that's the flip side of it. You got to be dead, so you don't like... what do you care about your legacy? JV the Canadian. That is the downside to dying. You're dead. It is. It's like, and to be fair, I mean, that is a downside. Oh, I think dying old helps your legacy. Oh, I mean, how many people do you wait to get in the Hall of Fame for something and then they die and everyone's like, oh yeah, oh yeah, I remember. Happens all the time. That's why you gotta sometimes toot your own horn, chat. Because nobody else is gonna do it for you. Unless you die. Damn it! Mike Tyson, weirdly, him going to jail, I think ended up helping his legacy a lot. As far as his prowess as a professional boxer. Yeah. He got to, he was kind of a myth because he lived only on pay-per-view. So nobody really ever watched him fight. Not the masses at least. They just saw highlights, right? Never actually watched his matches. Just saw highlights. Very few people even today that call Mike Tyson the greatest has ever watched a full Mike Tyson match. So then he goes to jail, becomes somehow an even bigger household name by going to jail because people that had never heard of him, now they hear of him. Then he gets out of jail and they line up the bummest of bums for him to fight. The most bum of bums. Just bum after bum after bum for him to fight. He just mollywops them. By that point, pay-per-view's significantly bigger. WWE's rocking, right? People are more used to buying pay-per-views in general. Becomes an even bigger celebrity, bigger star, and then gets rocked anytime he has to fight anybody worth a damn. Yeah. He beat up a lot of bums out of jail. Yeah, that was his thing. Remember that there was one guy he knocked out, and then that guy got a deal with Pizza Hut where the pizza knocked him out. He got a whole commercial with Pizza Hut. He never had to fight Buster Douglas again because Douglas gets knocked out right after that. So he never had to like rebate that loss. He never beat anyone that beat him. He never beat Holyfield, never beat Lennox Lewis, you know what I mean? Never had to fight Tua. So he's a weird one where I think his legacy was actually helped by going to jail. Which is so weird to say. Ah! Oh, he was washed by Lennox Lewis fight. It was rough. I was getting so last year when the whole Jake Paul thing was gonna happen, and people were like, "Are you excited to see Tyson knock out Jake Paul?" I'm like, guys, that is not gonna happen. That man is 60-something years old and can't walk. Like, what are we talking about? I'm gonna beat up a fucking 32-year-old in the shape of his life. I mean, if Floyd Mayweather fought like, or Mike Tyson fought like Floyd Mayweather, maybe, but he doesn't, you know? Do I think Mike Tyson's ever beat Punch-Out? Mike Tyson's been, they did that on Jimmy Fallon once and he couldn't beat Glass Joe. Yeah, and he couldn't even beat Glass Joe, and it was like one of the wildest things I'd ever seen in my life. We tried to get Mike Tyson to come to speedrun sessions in Vegas once. And surprise Sinister, who was there. And we had an agreement for him to come. Red Bull was gonna pay for it, for him to come for like 10 minutes. It's like $5 grand. And then right before it, he asked for like $5 more grand. And we were like, no. It's more than the whole show costs for us to put it on. So he didn't come. Luckily, it was supposed to be a surprise, so it didn't ruin anything. Yeah. And we did save 5K. That's some hilarious behind the scenes lore. This is like, that was like the second speedrun sessions we had ever did. Barb was there. Barb was at that one. It wasn't for charity. In retrospect, do I wish I would have paid the extra 5K? Well, it's not my money. I was willing to pay it. It's not my fucking money. It's Red Bull's money. I don't give a fuck. What do I give a fuck, dude? Red Bull spends 5K on Friday. They forget about it by Sunday. Like, I don't care. I care less about that. There's a big joke, because I'm very open about it, that my goal is to spend as much of Red Bull's money as I possibly can all the time. That's what I want to do every time. I used to come to them and be like, no, I don't need this much. But then I come to them with an idea now, and I'm just like, how much do you think I need? I used to get worried about that shit, but I don't anymore. You know why? I've raised more money for charity than anyone else they've ever had. Ever on any human on their roster in the history of the world. Max Verstappen could cut a tiny little check and beat me, but he doesn't. They have any number of streamers that could smoke me in one weekend, but they don't. Yeah, so I don't care. Yeah. Do I save all my Red Bull merchandise? Yeah, I can't sell it. It's all gonna become, one day it's all gonna become like nightgowns and remade shirts that we can only wear in the house. Once I get dropped one day. Fuck, man, it's so awkward. I think my legacy is now, I don't think I'll have any legacy. I think when I go away, I think I'll just go away. Like if I died, I think I'll just probably just be dead. I don't think there's gonna be, I think that the talk about it would pretty much end right then. The sad part is all my events would probably also die with it. Ah! Fuck. Don't worry, I'm not at a risk of dying. Yeah. I'm actually very much taking care of anything that could possibly kill me. Start a foundation? Okay, here's my thing about starting a foundation, all right? I don't want to be a charity, right? I don't want to be like me being a charity seems pointless when I have the charities. I know the charities that I want to work with, right? It feels like just like shoving another middleman in there for no reason. And I think especially with like, you saw what happened like completionists, you know what I mean? Where if you're not on top of that, because like I know Gerard didn't intentionally do things wrong, right? I know that he, without a doubt, you know, he didn't steal any money, you know, he just was sitting on it for so long. And a lot of that had to do with just like having the wrong people. You hire the wrong people around you and everything. But like if he just cut out the middleman and be the middleman, stop being the middleman. You mean what, Topo Grande? You mean what? What? You mean what? Yeah. You mean what? We're gonna get the Dunning-Kruger versions of these things, you know? But if he just cut out the middleman, right? It wouldn't even have been a thing. Yeah, it wouldn't even have been a thing. And so I don't think that's I don't know, it just seems pointless to me. You know what, Topo Grande, I will let you, I don't think you read everything about it. But that's fine. There's no excuse. I mean, like I said, here's the thing though. This is when I go back to like starting a foundation, guys. I'm not making an excuse, right? This is when I go back to starting a foundation though. All right, I start the foundation, I put people in charge of it, and then I don't pay attention and I just start raising money for it, right? That's not my job. My job's to stream, right? That's not my job. This is my job. That's not my job. And that's my point. Like that's my point. That's where I thought it was, I think that's stupid, you know? I don't think that's why. There's no point. And I also think that for like pretty much every foundation that doesn't actually do anything. If you don't actually do anything, like if all you do is raise money to give to other charities, it's a pointless fucking thing. And that's 99% of named foundations. They raise money to give to other charities that actually do things. And it's like, well, just raise money for that charity. Yeah. No, he's back streaming. He's secondhand information. Yeah. No, and you're allowed, here's the thing. You're allowed to have different opinions on it. But like Topo Grande, like you're saying like he knowingly did that. He knowingly put someone in charge who he trusted, who he didn't know was not doing what they should have been done or was being lazy, you know what I mean? And I think that is also, like, at the end of the day, when it's your thing and it's your face on it, like, you take the brunt and the blame. As you should, right? As you should. But I think people, like, make that. I don't think that's, like, that's a Dunning-Kruger version of the story, right? And when you peel back layers and understand things that, like, go into those things, I think it is a little bit more complicated than that. And I think the number one thing that puts you into that situation, though, is, like, trusting other people and being busy. And at the end of the day, when it's something you really care about, like you really care about and passionate about, you can't get other people to care about it the way you do. I can't get anyone else to care about Wings for Life the way I do, right? You don't see, I'm not, all these people that come to Kaizo Colo, they're not gonna do Wings for Life streams on their off days, you know what I mean? They're gonna come to Kaizo Colo because it's fun and they have a good time. They don't care about Wings for Life like I do, you know what I mean? That's not anything wrong with them, but that's just like, you can't get anyone to do that. You can't rely on anyone to care about things the way you care about things. No one else is going to care as much as you do. And if you want someone else to care as much as you do, or you expect it, you're probably going to be sorely disappointed. Ah! Yeah. I don't think it was a defense. I don't think anybody was making a defense. Yeah. But I do think sitting on money is a lot different than stealing money. I do think that. At least on passion projects? Yeah, at least on passion projects. You just can't expect anyone else to care like you do. Okay, and then I want to go up there. What would Mick do? Yeah, that's my thing. That is my general thing. Yeah. So the minute you get more people involved, the more chance it has to get fucked up. I like how all this is talking about in case I died. I don't know. You guys can go watch his videos about it. He has a big video about it. And you can watch the videos not his about it. And you can form your own opinion and do your own thing. Yeah, I'm not here to say anything. I don't know. Yeah, he's in the wrong. Listen, was he in the wrong? Yeah. Do I think he's a bad person? No. But you're allowed to, and I'm not gonna try and convince you otherwise either. Like, I'm not gonna, you know. I can't have him at a charity event ever again. You know what I mean? Ah! Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't. You don't agree with my take on this? What was my take? What was my take? Icario? And you're allowed to disagree. Yeah, you're allowed to disagree. But I didn't have a take. I didn't have a take that what he did wasn't wrong. I didn't say any of that. That's not what I said. I also think this is like another problem maybe that we have. It's like there's no nuance anywhere of like that. Though he made mistakes, but he's not a bad dude. Icario, do you know him personally? Have you watched any of his responses? I don't know. You know what I mean? I think it's very. Yeah, it's hard for me to say that about someone. Yeah, I think he was incompetent. I think he made a lot of mistakes, but I don't think... Yeah. We are talking about 2-year-old Dram. I don't know why we're talking about that. Totally, totally. But I mean, Akario, I feel like one bad thing. I don't know. One bad thing you do it. The money wasn't gone. It did get donated. Yeah, I think that's. I think that is tough, and I think that's the truth. But I think that's also the case for somebody. I don't think you're obligated to not feel that way. You know, like you're obligated to just never like them again, and that's fine. You know, like no one's obligated to be a fan of somebody. But I also think you're pretty lucky, like someone like, you know, you're pretty lucky that your like worst moments don't get, you know, 3-hour YouTube videos with millions of views either.
I've heard that Pooh loves subs.
I do love subs. And oftentimes on the internet, whoever gets the most views is the most right, regardless. Yeah, I think he handled it horribly. But I don't think that's like, what I'm saying is like, I don't think that means like, that's it. That's it. They're a horrible person. They should never work. They should never do any, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think there's a lot of things. I don't know. I don't think you're, I think you think I'm downplaying it when I'm not. I'm not downplaying it. Yeah, I'm not downplaying that at all. I'm just ruining this YouTube video. Yeah, I'm not downplaying it by any means. I'm saying there's a big line. I'm saying there's a big line between. My whole point was I would never start a foundation, and I think that's a great example of why. That was my original thesis, right? Because my original thesis was, hey, here's a good dude that can make a horrible mistake because of the foundation. That was my original thesis, right? That was my thesis. So again, I don't think I'm necessarily being characterized fairly with my assessment. Start the timer for the love of all subs. Yeah, we gotta start the timer. What does he need to do, Akario? What does someone like him need to do? I see, but I think that's the thing, though. I think you could do everything, and still it's just not gonna be enough for everybody. Not gonna be enough for anybody. Listen, I didn't even do anything wrong, and people will hate me, and it's never gonna be enough for anybody, no matter what I do. Ah. Yeah, all right, start it. This is the start of the level. Anyway, who killed JFK? Yeah, this got completely sidetracked. This got completely fucking sidetracked for my general thesis, which was starting a foundation's a bad idea. And right? Yeah, like is that fair? That was my general thesis. Wearing foundation, great idea. Weeskilly, don't put any of that in the video. All right. Ah. Yeah, this is your nestling. You're nestling me right now. That's fine. Put her in a short? No, don't do any of that. I want that to die. Die a ways. Yeah, I don't think I will say I don't think there's much point of holding anyone accountable if there's no way to like come back.
Let's go.
Just ignore him.
Now release the director's cut, you coward.
Yeah, you gotta just ignore him at that point. We're going back to my the legacy. Going back to it. I don't think I'd have much of one. Release the Icario cut. Icario was arguing with me about something that I never said. Okay. The legacy of the stomp. Dude, you know how many people wrote on like there was like Reddit posts that I did it on purpose and things like that. And you know what? For some people, no amount of me replaying the situation will ever be enough for them. Did I do it on purpose? Fuck no, man. I wanted to beat Mitch so bad. That was like my peak. That was like my peak speedrunning. That was probably the best I ever was at anything. Honestly. Going into that run, I was good. I was really good. And it just that day kind of killed Mario 3 for me, honestly. Yeah. I never really got into it like that ever again. Just couldn't. Kind of sucks, yeah. You don't mind SMW's better? I don't know. Mario 3 runs are pretty great. Oh, come on. It also killed a Nintendo. Vanilla speedrunning's dead anyway. I think you could have just taken the vanilla out of there. Speedrunning is weirdly dead and also more like competitive than it ever has been. Get over there, you fucking dumb bitch. Oh, I gotta go around. Okay. A Summoning Salt documentary. That would actually be cool. I wouldn't mind if Summoning Salt did like documentaries or did like, what up, Barb? Did like things on just like moments, right? Like really famous fucking moments. Like that would be, those would be fire. Not just world record history videos, but like literally like the moment. Everything that led up to a moment. I think those would actually be really cool. Also, I think that because Who Stomp's the only way I'm ever getting into one of his videos. Do 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 do. Do, do. Ah, fuck. When was Dram 3 released? Last week. I was in one of his videos or a tweet or something. I've never been in a Summoning Salt video. I've been in a documentary that Summoning Salt, but it wasn't like his video. Screwed anyway. Handful of 47 videos? What do you mean a handful of 47 videos? King of Speedrunning Marketing? God, I hate that documentary, dude. I like the Kaizo film documentary a lot more than that one. I hate everything about it. It's a YouTube channel 47. They do Salt compilations. Wait, huh? I don't know about that one. Which one is glitching? We're in the same one. I don't like it. I just don't like it because they talk about me like I'm a fucking I don't know, they just make it seem like I'm just, like, the way they make it seem in that video is that, like, everyone else is out there gaming, and I'm out there gaming the system. That's the way I felt about it. And maybe people have, like, different interpretations about it, but maybe I'm just, like, a little butthurt that, like, everyone else got to be a god gamer, and then I got to be, hey, this guy makes money. Yeah, brand friendly. I just didn't like it. Always room for the sellout. Yeah, I mean that's kind of how I felt. Do I decompress with a much easier game after I play these? No. No, lately I've been decompressing trying to fix that stupid horse racing game. I don't know why it's hiccuping and I don't get it. It works so good when everything works perfect when I test it, and then I go to make a build and things happen. I just don't know why. I haven't finished book 5 yet. No, the horse racing game has taken up all my time. Ball pit's so good. Dungeon Crawler Carl is just a great book series. They're easy reads. They're not like, I don't know, they're not you don't need to be like smart to read them, you know, but they're very smart books. And they do a really good job of like introducing something in book 1, letting it sit and simmer for a while, and then coming back to it in book, you know, 5. Which really rewards people like me that can't put them down and consume media at a normal pace. All right. Oh, okay. That was cool. That's your favorite part of the series? Yeah, I agree. Like, the only one I didn't like is how Maggie concluded. I just thought they wrapped that up a little too cleanly, a little too quickly. Like, I wanted that to be much more of a problem. Yeah, Dungeon Crawler Carl. Unity. God damn it. Oh, I even got 50-second ad rolls yet? Don't worry, they're coming. Well, I had, like, the problem is I don't know if it's just happening on my computer or not. The issue. It's also got all my Twitch stuff in there. So I don't really want to, like, drop it. Okay, I need to let that one go down. Build errors or runtime. It's doing that choppy thing again. It's either like not responding but not going choppy, or it's going choppy and then but working fine. I don't know why. And what bothers me is right before stream it ran completely fine. So I don't know what I did. I like this level, chat. Oh, I didn't like that jump. That was stupid. Yeah, I did try restarting my PC. That's what I mean. I thought that was just gonna fix it, right? I thought restarting my PC was just gonna fix it, but it didn't. Also, it shouldn't leak anymore. Like the last few builds just haven't. So I don't know. I don't know what I did. Yeah, I don't know. It's getting a little, like, do I just start it over again? Yeah. Could be how the user data is entered. I like that. That was a nice, fun, wild speculation. Ah! I'm gonna send it to you and it's gonna run fine on your computer though. That's the thing. That's the problem the real heart of the problem I'm having. I think it's because just OBS is messing everything up somehow. Yeah, but if OBS messes it up, like, what's the point of making it, you know? Oh, come on, you dumb bitch. Am I enjoying Dram 3? I like it a lot, honestly. I really, really like it. Kind of right up my alley with a lot of the stuff I like to... Stuff that, like, gets my dick hard in Mario. Yeah, I like the amount of buttons I have to press at once. Oh, okay. Dick hard in Mario? Yeah. Dick hard in Mario. Barbara, you still haven't... Is it still hurting the hands? Is it hurting your hands or your wrist? I've had a little, like, my thumbs will get tired after like 5 hours a little bit. What's profiling tools, Anon? Yeah, well, it's like I look at my Taskmaster, or my... Yeah, Taskmaster? I Control-Alt-Delete guy, and I can't see anything that happens to do it. G's a lucky woman. I'm lucky. Task Manager. Yeah, Taskmaster's a show. Oh, have I seen any Taskmaster since doing it? No. Chad, I don't get to do anything. Kidding me? I get to watch K-pop Demon Hunters 9 times a week. I get the TV for 1 day a week. It's football. 1 day a week, and then 1 hour every night. And that hour is either the challenge or Wemby. Yeah, sorry. They have a lot of Spurs games nationally televised. I am watching them every chance I get. And the challenge is America's 5th sport, so I'm not gonna miss that. What do I think of Jamar Chase's spit? I mean, he fucking spit on him. He fucking spit on him. He might have not meant to spit on him. I don't know. It looked like they were talking and a large amount of spit came out of his mouth. I only watched the video once, but I mean, fucking spit on him. Dude spit on another guy. He spit on another man. He should get punched in the face. Like, that's, I don't know. Listen, I am very anti-violence, but if someone spits on you, you have to punch them. You can't let that go. Sorry. Unconsensual spit. Sorry. Yeah, I'm very not punching anyone in the face. I am not a violent person. To be honest with you, it wouldn't even bother me enough where I personally would feel like, oh, let's fight. It's just, I know for a fact that, like, that's the line that I can't let go without violence. That's the line where violence enacts for me. I don't want to do it, but I would. Oh, come on. Fuck the Bears, dude. I know when to walk away. Yeah, I'm 5'7", a $150 soaking wet, dude. Pretty much when to walk away is always, unless I'm fighting a 6th grader. I'll take out a fucking group of 10-year-olds, though. I'll fuck them kids up. .57, you can be a UFC champ. Yeah, against other 5'7" dudes. Sure, I'd probably be fine if every dude out in the world was my size. Yeah, if my fights were only fights against other people that were exactly my size, then I might be okay. I watch a lot of wrestling. I watch combat sports. Ah! That's what John Mulaney thought. Yeah, John Mulaney if John Mulaney could have punched those kids, he would have taken them out. That was like a kids wrestling match. Eventually they're gonna wear you down. Strength in numbers, but if he could have just straight up punched and kicked the fucking kids. Let's be real. Would have been different. 6th graders are scrappy? Yeah, you're right. Maybe 4th graders. Why are we beating up kids? I don't know. They started it in this hypothetical situation. They started it. I don't know. It's not important. They started it, though. All right? It was their fault. I didn't have a choice, all right, in this hypothetical. Yeah, I don't know. They tried to rob me. Okay? They're hooligan kids. They're Disney bullies. Oh, fuck. Shit. I feel like I feel like we're taking a lot of what I'm saying today out of context, chat. Yeah, just today. Chat, I'm gonna give you my Hot Game Award nomination. My Hot Game Award nomination takes, okay? I think Hades 2 should probably have been replaced with Mega Bonk for Game of the Year. And not because Hades 2 is bad, it's fucking great. But I don't think it's as like revolutionary as 1 was. And I think Mega Bonk kind of had a more like, I don't know, kind of crazy. Took over everything. Yeah, it just took over everything, you know? Or Arc Raiders. Yeah, Mega Bonk or Arc Raiders. Probably Arc Raiders actually is probably the real one that should have got in. And I hate saying it because Hades is one of my favorite games of the year. But that's my take. I don't think Hades 2 had the impact of the rest of those nominees. Whereas I do think Mega Bonk had a giant impact. AI voiceover slop instead of Hades 2 is wild. I never even heard a voiceover in that game, to be honest with you. I didn't even know anyone else talked in that game. Besides the people that you shoot. Or get shot by. Mega Bonk is just 3D Vampire Survivors. Hades 2 is just Hades 1. What the fuck? What you want? We could do this about every game. Why? Let's do this about literally every game. We can do the. It's just about every single fucking game, bro. Literally every fucking game. Balatro is just poker with more cards. I just think its impact was more impacty than Hades was this year. I actually thought Kingdom Come was a great nominee. I actually loved the Kingdom Come nominee. I think that was a surprising one. I mean, can we really trust them? They didn't nominate Curiosity for Soundtrack of the Year, so like, can we really trust the Game Awards anyway? I mean, like, what does it even matter? I don't know if Hades 2 does do everything better than Hades 1 though. Like, I think that's also part of it for me. Like, I'm not 100% positive that Hades 2 is like does everything better than Hades 1. I think they both do everything really great and perfect. I felt like a lot of Hades 2 is Hades 1 mechanics, but like with a different, like a different currency. You know what I mean? It's just like a different currency of doing it. But overall, it's like it's the same end thing. Yeah, I love Hades 2. I love Hades 2 too. I don't think it's boring. I love Hades 2. I just don't think it was a game changer, I guess, like Hades 1 was. I also think Hades 2's story is a lot less interesting, just by the revenge stories are less interesting than Zag, you know, than the family drama. But granted, I haven't gone as deep or paid as much attention. Yeah, Hades 2 might be a victim of Hades 1's own success in my own eyes for this particular voting. Also, I don't know anything about Arc Raider's AI voice, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I wasn't aware of every goddamn thing that ever happens before I said it. Can you turn the voices off? Apology accepted. Oh, I think Expedition 33 is gonna sweep. Yeah, I think Expedition 33 is gonna sweep everything. And granted, I'm only in Act 2, but I think that's pretty fair. They paid voice actors for their voice. Oh, so it's not. Oh, so it's real voice actors. Oh, they Grand Moff Tarkin everyone? Yeah, that's different. Okay, that's different. They forced voice actors to sign bad faith contracts. Did you see the contracts? Whoa, 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 whoa. Would you know the contracts? What's the contract? Has one of the voice actors come out? How do you have all this information and I don't even know anything? I'm perpetually online. Whatever contract they got is definitely better than the contract we gave our voice actors. Perpetually online? Where's your money? Barb, did we even get you your code? I don't even know if we sent you your code because actually think about it, we probably didn't even send you a code for it. You probably paid $10 to be in that game. You bought it? I appreciate it. You know what? We need them sales. Leave a review, please. Oh, okay. I got so excited. I thought I was going on the other one. Yeah. It's pure exploitation of workers and artists, and that's it. Don't run defense for billionaires. No one is Despair Dare. No one is, okay? There's a million layers, though, between those two things, you know? I do think there's a million layers between those two things. No one is, dude. Yeah, there's a vast difference, though, between taking a text-to-speech bot and having people lend their voice. There's a large difference. Is it the same as that person going in? I don't know. What did they get paid? I don't know. Did they get paid the same normal amount of voice acting money? Do we know that? Were they union people? Were they coerced? Did anyone, who's in there? Are they famous voice actors? Are they new? There's just a lot more to it than that. And no one's defending anything. I just think that if you took out the voices, the game would still be really good. I don't know. I don't know. If I'm a voice actor and they're giving me 75% of the paycheck, but I have to show up for 1% of the day, I'd think about it. That's all I'm saying. I'd think about it. I don't know if I'd like it, but I'd think about it. Yeah, I feel like I feel like there's more to the story? Yes, but I that's kind of my thing. Nuance is dead? I know, that's what I've been talking about. And it's like this guy's like, you're a bad person because you like arc raiders. He can put the arc raider AI voices in there. Yeah, WeSkill now is just gonna edit out this entire level. Well, as long as WeSkill now is editing out shit. You know what's crazy, chat? Is that Bill Clinton's dick has affected 2 presidencies in my lifetime. How fucking amazing is that dick? What is it? Does it taste like candy? Is it fucking flow gold? Okay, that's it. All right, WeSkill, I got you now. I got you. I got you. No more. No more. That was the last one. All right? Gameplay. That on Instagram. I mean, that's definitely the 2 nickel thing, though. If I had a nickel for every time that happened, I'd only have 2 nickels, but it's weird it happened twice. Do I beat this level today? Yeah, we'll beat this level. Feeling attacked over AI criticism of art? I don't feel attacked. Why? What are you talking about? I think I despair. I think you want to attack someone. That's kind of how I feel. I feel like you want to attack someone. I don't feel attacked. I just think it's not that cut and dry is all I said. I'll be getting around. Listen, everyone with any kids, any boys ever was like once called them Bubba and like never again. Oh, come on. That part's weird because it's like, it's not necessarily like easy to time. And I gotta get far enough over. You're just gonna accept, embrace AI instead of hating it? Genie's not going back in the bottle? No, I'm still gonna hate it. I still don't want it drawing my pictures. I still only want it folding my laundry. But yeah, it is just like another long line of list of things we don't want, but we're gonna get anyway. The bubble's about to burst. What bubble is about to burst though? I think there's a large difference between like the AI bubble, which don't get me wrong, they're overvalued companies, but every company in America is extremely overvalued right now. None of it, like the stock market flows on vibes. It doesn't flow on fundamentals. But like when you look at something like OpenAI, they got $500 billion of straight cash only in the bank. Like it would take an astronomical amount of bubble, you know? And they own 10% of the next 2 largest companies in the world. It's just, I don't know. It's like that's, I'm starting to feel like that's like the same vibe as like the people that have been saying the house prices are going down for the last 8 years, 9 years. And it's just not gonna happen. Barring some catastrophic like economic collapse, which we absolutely chat. I mean, we've got all the juices for that to happen. But like just on its own and everything else stays normal, I don't know. Yeah. 50-year mortgages are gonna fix everything? That's fucking insane. Ready for another once-in-a-lifetime crisis? It's been 3-4 years, so... Yeah, it's been 3-4 years. Yeah, the 50-year mortgage is definitely like, you should just be a renter. Just rent. Every week's a once-in-a-lifetime crisis. I will say every week, you definitely see headlines that you just really never thought you'd see. No! What's gonna be our next once-in-a-lifetime event? You know, I just would like one of the next, once-in-a-lifetime events to be like something like, oh, that ended up being pretty good. GTA 6, yeah, Grand Theft Auto is about to be a once-in-a-lifetime event. Oh, whores. We got a ton of remote jobs during COVID times, and now they try to take them all back. Ah. You don't know why GTA 6, everyone thinks it's going to live up to the hype? Why do you... I guess, like, what do you define as living up to the hype, I guess? What is the hype for you? I feel like anyone that's played like GTA 5 roleplay online kind of gets it a little bit more. Wait, is GTA 6 nominated for Game Awards? Most anticipated game? It's too big to fail? Yeah, GTA 6 is going to sell an astronomical... Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be the biggest single-day entertainment thing ever. Motherfucking Job with 20 gift subs. Why? I've done nothing. Thank you for the 20 fucking gift subs. I think it's definitely going to be the biggest fucking game that's ever existed. Regardless of what. And I also don't think that... I think there's been enough Grand Theft Auto games and the formula works well enough that I you know, like, I'm not sure what they could realistically like fuck up to drastically like make the franchise bad, you know what I mean, to all of a sudden get people to not want to play the game. Like, this is boring. Like, I just, you know, like, what could even be done? Okay. Has the formula changed since GTA 3? I think they've been expanding upon it every time, yeah. I mean, to be fair, Cristiano, I don't think the formula's changed since GTA 1, honestly. Like, I think Grand Theft Auto 1 had the same formula that Grand Theft Auto 5 does. It's gonna be a Linux exclusive. Jamar Chase got suspended for spitting. That motherfucker. How many fucking days did he get suspended? He should get suspended for spitting. He should get suspended for lying about it. God damn it, I have a huge fantasy game this week. GTA 1 and 2 were top. Yeah, GTA 1, GTA 2, and London were top-down games, but still, like, the formula is exactly the same. Like, the formula itself is the same. The formula has not changed. Like, GTA 1 and GTA 3, if anything, GTA 1 has more shit in it than GTA 3 does. Just not in 3D. Yeah, even down to the 5 stars and the tanks and everything. Like, GTA 1's... Like, if you went and played GTA 1 and you've only ever played, you know, 4 or 5, you'd be like, oh, I recognize all of these things. I think GTA Online is just about to hit a new level of... people. A new heights. There's gonna be servers where people are literally gonna get paid $15 an hour to go work their Grand Theft Auto fast food jobs. I always wanted to go back to like the absurdity of San Andreas, Vice City and San Andreas, and this one looks like it takes itself a lot less serious than 4 and 5 did right off the bat, which I think I would like. Like, everyone's favorite parts of 5 is Franklin, you know? Chat. Trevor, sorry. Trevor. Franklin's San Andreas. Trevor, sorry. The bald guy. The guy who is always murdering someone when you switch to him. Yeah. I think the other thing Grand Theft Auto has going for it is, like, the character animation is, quite frankly, kind of prettier than any other character animation out there. Like, the way the characters move in the trailers is very, very good. Sorry, chat. My brain split It's hard for me to pull up old names from a game I first played 8 years ago. I apologize. I'll do better. Oh, the guy in the overalls and the red? Couldn't tell you. Blue Albano. "12 years old? It's fucking wild. I started streaming a few months after Grand Theft Auto 5 came out. Yeah. Ironically, when I first started streaming, I would do normal GTA Online with my buddy every once in a while. The one who actually got me physically into streaming. The one that broke my leg? Who broke my leg? I don't have any friends that broke my leg. Dude, you can't believe that game came out on the 360. Whoops, I screwed up. You're feeling with Mega Bonk? Oh man, we took it full circle. What's your feeling about Arc Raiders? Actually, I bet that is why Arc Raiders didn't get in there. It's just because, like, didn't get a nom. Yeah, I didn't even know about that. You think the world's not ready for AI in gaming? I think the world's been being fed AI in gaming for a couple years now. Did COD get any noms? No. Why would it? Actually, I don't know. It might have. I don't know. I only saw Game of the Year. I didn't look at anything else. And that's just because it was Hot Topic. Game of the Year, and then what streamer got snubbed for Streamer Awards was Hot Topics on my algos. You thought I started streaming because I broke my leg snowboarding and you made a joke? I didn't break my leg snowboarding. I got hit by a skier and I tore my kneecap. I broke my kneecap. I tore my MCL. I broke my L1 vertebrae, my back. I broke my back. And then I had so many internal injuries that got infected and I had to have a bunch of surgeries. Yeah. I wish I just broke my leg. Breaking your leg's easy. That wouldn't have stopped me from snowboarding. Yeah, then I just had to get the infections cleaned out like 12 times. I could have been fucking paralyzed. I didn't realize that breaking your L1 is a bad one to break until I had a buddy, not my buddy, actually my wife's friend, or my wife had a friend and she had a husband who broke his L1 and he's in a wheelchair. And then I was like, oh, I got lucky. Fuck, shit. I got hit by what? A skier. A big skier. with a thick Texan accent. Like a 6'3", 200-pound dude who didn't know how to ski. He wasn't in jeans, though. If he would have been in jeans, that would have been, like, the ultimate, like... Not saying everyone from Texas doesn't know how to ski, but I'm saying that guy didn't know how to ski. Oh, come on. Should I just drop down? Yeah. The belt buckle did the damage? No. What did the most of the damage is he pulled his like pole up and his pole like jabbed me. And that caused my like intestines to like break. Yeah, basically. And then like, so when your intestines break, it's leaking not good stuff all over your belly. And then they had to go in, they had to like make my stomach smaller. They took out a bunch of my intestines that died and shit. I don't know, stuff like that. And then like clean up. It's not called pus, it's called something else. But like for sake of argument, we'll just call it pus. Like I would have like a big like V, like a line of V. It'd go like, it'd start like right here and go up like that. And it would just be infection, and they would have to go in and clear it out every week. And it would suck because I'd like have surgery. I'd like wake up. I'd be like, I feel fucking great. Let me out of here. And they'd be like, no, we got to observe you for a couple days in case it comes back. And I'd be like, bitch, I feel great. And then like 2 days later, it would come back. I'm like out of fever and everything. Yeah. Yeah. This was so long ago. Do I have any lasting effects? Oh yeah, but like they don't affect me. Like I can't live life or do anything, but like, yeah, I mean, you get back pain. I can't eat a lot, and like not eating a lot wouldn't be a big deal, except you'd be surprised how many people like judge you when you order a meal. And like, you know, cause like I'll go out to eat and I want to eat a meal, right? I'm hungry, but I eat like, you know, maybe like a quarter of it sometimes, especially if we're at a place with like big ass food, big ass plates, you know. I just don't eat a lot of it. People just judge the shit out of you. I didn't know how big a problem that was gonna be, to be honest with you. Ah. Yeah, blah, 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 whatever, shit happens. You all have something bad that happens to you too. Everybody's gonna have something really fucking shitty that happens to them. Whatever. Listen, Chad, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. Without it, I don't stream, okay? Think about this. Listen to this. Listen to this butterfly effect, chat. Without it, I don't stream, okay? Me not streaming, I never do a viewer Saturday where Barb submits a level. That level might never get hooked on. Barb doesn't just go headfirst into the community. Perhaps he never streams. I never run GDQ. Laser Belch never sees the Dram World run. Perhaps he never streams. I never rip up the picture that Tofu gave me. Perhaps he never streams. Now, perhaps they all do stream, but maybe. Oh, shit. Maybe. You would have sent it to Ryu? Was Ryu... Did we know him yet? Did he ever do them? One event has become... No, I mean, I'm not taking credit for anything like that, but I'm just saying, like, it is a weird butterfly effect if you think about one guy hitting me on the mountain and how, like, where that goes. Yeah, where that goes, you know what I mean? The charity money. I never get signed to Red Bull. Red Bull never changes how they approach gamers. Their whole roster's different, full of fighting game players still. We could do this all day. Just from that guy hitting me. So, everyone be thankful it happened. No poo stomp? Yeah, I could have dealt without that one. That's one I could have dealt without, actually. I'm sure all of those people would have still got to where they were supposed to be. Don't get me wrong. Like, would not take credit, but it would have been a different timeline. Yeah, it would have been a different timeline for all of us. I got hit the year me and Gina were getting married. Yeah, I got hit we were getting married in October and I got hit in April, sorry, April. It was a week before my birthday. It was April 3rd. Did I keep our wedding day? Yeah, but I had to get my tux like pulled in because I didn't gain all my weight back. I kind of hate it. I didn't gain all my weight back, and like after I got to the hospital, I was kind of like I was like had like patchy hair, like my hair wasn't like normal, which is fine because I buzz it anyway. But it just, you could tell like I was just like, I looked like a feral cat. I think that's the only way I could describe the way like everything was going for me. Probably like some mushy wedding speeches. No, the only person who even acknowledged it was my brother-in-law, who was fucking drunk as fuck by the time I was walking down the aisle. He was hammered already, and he got up to do a speech. He got up to do an unannounced speech, an unplanned speech. You know what I mean? Anyone else want to say anything? That's code for nobody else say anything. That motherfucker gets up there and he's like, "Let's all raise a glass for the person in here that's had the hardest year. David Spleen." And like, it bombed. It bombed. You know what I mean? It did not hit. Everyone in there was like, "Oh my god." They told my wife when I went to my first surgery that I probably wasn't gonna make it. Like that's how bad it was.
The moment you asked me to be a mod, I was scared to mod such a big community, but 7 years
It's
later,
tiny community. Tiny community. Small baby lovely community. Fucking cockballs. I'm glad I did too. For the butterfly effect. Yeah, but after the first one, they were like, "Oh no, we got him. We got him now. He's just never gonna leave." Ah! I bet Super Ben would still have it. We're getting to one exit a day territory now. We're all in an AI simulation. Stop making excuses for the AI and the billionaires. Stop defending them. We are in an AI simulation. I think, listen, do I think we're in a simulation? Not particularly, but I think a simulation is as reasonable as an explanation for anything else. I think it is as likely as any of the other theories we have. I might even say it's a bit more likely. Religion felt that one. Why? I said they were also likely. I put everything on an equal likeliness list. But my personal experience, if you think about, like, for me personally, like, I feel like I've had some pretty simulation things happen. And you know how it seems like whenever everything is going pretty good in life, you start to, like, all of a sudden you'll have something really bad happen. Doesn't that always just feel like too convenient? And then it'll pile on a bunch of bad. Like, doesn't that, it's always just like, how did this many bad things happen at once? The simulation comes around to like, oh yeah, let's fuck with that one. Every fucking time? See? The weird coincidences? I mean, and I understand that, like, you know, a billion people doing a you know, a million monkeys typing, or a billion monkeys typing on a typewriter are gonna create a great story eventually, right? But I don't know. I mean, there's just some things that I'm like, I'm sus. Even it's about my own day-to-day life. Is karma a thing? Is karma, okay, karma's not a thing in that, like, there's like, you're gonna get got if you do bad things. Karma is a thing, however, in that the more people you hurt and the more wrong you do, the less people are gonna help you, and we all need help sometimes. You can't get through this wonderful world alone. Society exists for a reason. So not in like the way that there's like this energy out there. But karma's real in the fact that eventually you'll just run out of people. Like, you hurt enough people and then you're fucked. Special conditions apply if you make money, if you have money. Yeah, you can buy your way out of a lot of things, including karma. But I don't know. I don't know. So, I mean, I like to think that eventually it catches up. And for like a day last week, I did think karma would is like a real thing that catches up. But then I had to remember, like, nah. Some people are just immune. Yeah, people like you, they help you. So life is just like a video game. Or the opposite, video games are just like life. Ooh, ooh, ooh. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Me. I mean, realistically, the egg, but... In my old college newspaper, they had a cartoon where it was a chicken and an egg laying in bed. And the chicken's smoking a cigarette, and he looks over at the egg and goes, well, I guess that answers that question. And I always thought that was a really funny, really funny comic. Like a low-key, hilarious comic. Because it's one where you have to, that answers that, oh. Except it doesn't. Shaster plays. Did you not? Shaster plays. Did that joke go right over your head? I feel like that joke went right over your head. The egg did not look satisfied. No, that was the whole thing. The egg was kind of a frowny face. You don't know how you keep cool? You'd be frustrated after dying after 10 times. Remember when I was just talking about all those surgeries I had in the hospital? I'm a lot more patient than I was before. I was a lot more, I used to be a lot more, not impatient, but like, impulsive. I also used to be a way better talker. I used to be able to talk way faster than I do now, and it was like way more quick-witted. I never said or like or anything like that. I just used to be way faster with it. Now sometimes I get slow, or like my brain will forget what I'm trying to say. Or I'll just mumble something. Yeah, I used to be way more quick-witted. I was way funnier. Listen, Barb, don't age me too hard because you're right there with me, dude. You are the second oldest streamer I know. And if it wasn't for me, anytime you'd be in a room, you'd be the oldest. I wouldn't age me up too much because you're coming right there with me. Throwing your over-the-hill birthday party pretty soon. We're having a surprise party at your local bowling alley. Fuck, why do I keep screwing that up? No one ever believes you're younger than me anyway? Well, no, I mean, listen, people do look at me and their first thought is, what a fucking douchebag. Look at that fucking douchebag. But their second thought is definitely not, I think he's old as fuck. I do have that going for me. Yeah, and then I talk about some random fucking 1993 NBA game, and they're like, oh, this guy knows who Dana Barros is? He's probably pretty old. The stash, yeah, the stash actually ages me up a lot. Or properly ages me. I think I can go one more week. I don't think I can go longer than a week. It's driving me crazy. Like literally, I wake up every day, I look at myself. I'm like, this is ugly as fuck. It's tickly, it's itchy. Yeah. I've gone past that like future of Chilean politics look, and now I'm in, I don't even know. Also, the stash I grow does not give art. It gives windowless van. It doesn't give mustache right? It's giving plenty of them. Does my wife like it? Yeah, but she has bad taste in dudes. So she already had a bad taste in dude. The more bad tattoos I get, the hotter I become. My wife's taste in men is crazy. It's me. My wife's taste in men is really just like me. I think her taste in girls is probably a bit more variety. But I will say the worse, the more like dirty white boy I get, the more I look like a stereotypical what do I want to say? The more I look like what she imagines white people in the movie 8 Mile look like, the more she digs it. I think I'm gonna die because the red's gonna knock me off anyway, isn't it? Just make the up pipe easy? Okay, so I need to... Okay, can I tell you what I think's gonna... I need to jump on the blue shell and then kick the turtle right. Jump back to the rope. Be on kind of the bottom of the rope. It's gonna fall, bounce off the note block, and then I gotta jump up the rope once and into the pipe. Yeah, so the red things though, that sucked. I wish those didn't kill you right there. We didn't even get to test my theory, chat. Horrors. I feel like that seems right though. I don't know what else could be going on unless like some rope's gonna come from off stage or something. But I can't really prepare for that, can I? Oh, God! That part's hard. No, it's the rope. Chiz! I love subs. The sub count is climbing again, chat. It's exploding. This level looks insanely difficult. Every level in this game is insanely difficult. This game, I think this game might, like, with the pace I'm kind of want to be playing at. I kind of like the pace I'm playing at right now. Yeah, I think this might be till the end of November. Oh, wait, that's my mistake. I was looking to make sure it was past the red, and I held on too long. Oh, does the mustache make me play better? No, it does. Definitely does not. I hate, because I can feel it on my face. It feels like there's literally a caterpillar on my face right now. And there's nothing I can do about it. I hate facial hair. I like clean shave. I don't like it that much, but also every once in a while you just gotta switch it up. Do something different. And November is the perfect opportunity. I do no weed. I do big mustache for November. Change it all. Shave it off? Not until we get another good emote out of it. Do I feel good? What do you mean? Oh, with the no weed? Nah. It wasn't for any particular reason. I just do it every November. It's not a giant part of my life anyway. But that's something that I had to do. Like the doctor after I got hurt was like, listen, your tummy's gonna hurt and it's gonna be hard. You're gonna want that. I should bleach my sash. I don't really want to go with the Hulk Hogan look, I think. Yeah. Well, I think it's just good to like, I don't know. I don't want anything to like control me. I want to control it. Dye it black? Why? My hair's brown. Do I have any gray hairs? I keep my hair pretty short, so we haven't found any yet, but it's gotta come soon, right? My dad didn't go gray though till like recently. Well, I wouldn't have done anything. Oh. Okay, it's gonna be, actually, it's gonna bounce back. Okay. Yeah. Did my dad go gray because of the grooming story? No, he didn't even realize that that had a different meaning until I told him. Cute little innocent, quiet redneck snow town. I don't know why I didn't grab that. No, my dad's, I think my dad and mom always appreciate anytime I include them in the content. Unless it's when I talk about my, all the ways they failed me as a youth. Then they hate it. My mom especially, because my mom has her stories of me growing up, and they're very, nice and convenient compared to what I remember. A lot more presents. Presents, not present. As a parent now, can I see both sides? No. No, actually the opposite. Yeah, it's quite the opposite. But whatever. I mean, don't get me wrong. Of course, there's things you think about. Like, oh, yeah, okay, I get that action now, but no. Yeah. Tone down, yeah. Moms have a good way of turning traumatic shit into the most funny, cute stories. Not even stuff like that. It's not even stuff like that. Just like, just being there. I love her. I see her like once a year. She gave my sister a lot of free babysitting. I don't get shit. That's what I'm really butthurt. I want the free babysitting. Okay. Oh, I need, okay. I need to drop down. I for some reason I thought that was gonna drop down. And I couldn't go, yeah, I'm stupid. I'm stupid because I even landed on that thing before. Surprise her with a mahjong table? I am never buying her a fucking mahjong table. Ever. I'm never. I love her to death. I love my mom. She can afford a mahjong table. All right? It's never happening. Chat, you want me to buy something that would just be inconvenient for her. All right? She plays mahjong at her clubhouse in her old people golf community. She doesn't want people coming over her house to play mahjong. We should buy me the table? I don't want it. I don't play mahjong. Where am I going to put it? It's going to be in the background of this fucking stream? I don't know how to play mahjong. What X number is this? 9. Where do you think the secret exit is? I thought maybe it'd be like I could ride that back up. Uh, 30 years from now, do I think people will still be playing Magic the Gathering in old retirement homes? Yeah, I think Dr. Dre's Chronic 2001 is going to be like the album you hear in retirement homes in 30, 40 years. And that's going to be dope. I'll put spinners on my walker. Oh, fuck. Maybe after the H? My hover chair? We're never getting cool technology, chat. Listen, the AI is gonna get all the hover chairs. We're never getting cool Professor X stuff. Jump on! No, 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 no. Surely they'll have mandatory euthanasia by then. What? That's called killing people. If it's mandatory, it's not euthanasia, bro. That whole thing has to be. Isn't the consensual part of that?
Hey future YouTube viewers, don't forget to like, comment, hype and subscribe to Pooh. Also leave a comment if Pooh should buy his mom a mahjong table and be the best son in the world to his loving mom.
AI is gonna turn us into hover chairs? If I could choose, I'd rather choose to go. I'd rather choose to go with like a few good years left than... you know, be crazy. Choose to go? I mean, I definitely would want, I want to go in like a blaze of adventure. Doing something cool. Maybe a little stupid, you know, something cool that's just a little stupid. People will be like, when it happens, they'll be like, wow, that was really dumb. Why did he do that? But it was so cool. Fucking whore! Jump up there! Jesus Christ! Why is it so far away? Jorking it? No, I don't want to do that. I've told chat I have a deep fear of dying in the shower, and then like they find you and you're all shriveled up and like you know. Chasing birdies. Thank you for 45 months. I love subs. Light. I didn't even see you. Thank you, Light, for this sub. My favorite pineapple. I should check out Rally. Yeah, I mean, I think I'd probably die at Rally if I started when I was like 75, you know? The problem is like how much cool adventure can you do when you're that old? And I'd be like ready to be like, all right, well, if it happens, it happens. Because I'm not there yet. Fucking cock. That's why you should always wear good-looking underwear. I'm not gonna lie, I just wear basketball shorts, so I can't participate in that conversation. Fuck! My videos helped you write your thesis? What was your thesis on? The eventful ways to say the word cock dick? I don't know what it could help you with. What if that was what his thesis was on? Don't jump from the top of that rope. I just went too fast. I should have thought about what I was doing. Or I just jumped to bonk the fucking ceiling like an idiot. It's hard stuck. So I have CJ Yaw do the eulogy. What if I put that in my will right now? Like, yeah, I want CJ Yaw to do the eulogy at my funeral. And then I randomly did die, and poor CJ is just like having to like sit there and... Two more hours on this section. I think we'll probably get it here pretty soon. Forcing someone to eulogize you is a funny prank, isn't it though? It's low-key hilarious. You know what I would? I want to get burned, so I couldn't do this. But if I did die, I'd want them to put a fart machine in my casket, like a really loud one, and then just randomly, when like someone, whoever has the controller, when they like had someone. Like someone was like there, like leaning over, having a little moment. Guy just like presses the button. I can still do that? Well, I'm not dead yet, chat. I'm not dead yet. I can't do it because I won't have a legacy, remember? We already talked about this. Oh, come on. Is this pre-recorded? It'd have been hard to pre-record this. Time to fake my death? I don't know if that would go over well on the internet. I don't know if faking your death is a good thing. I did it again. I'm an idiot. I'm not even gonna do that. I'm not gonna go back. It's actually pre-recorded because I'm dead. I mean, a lot of YouTubers have that, like, in case I die video. I think that's morbid. I was gonna say, that's too far. Can't stop making content just because you died? What would I put in my just in case video? Please continue your sub so until my wife can find a regular job again.
Good luck on the grind, poop.
Baltorum buddies. Well, I'm not gonna die, chat, so don't worry. Yeah, I'll get an AI to just keep the stream alive. 24/7 channel would become a way more intense. I think a 24/7 channel would be way more intense then. Need to get that blimp money first. Yeah, I think I'm out of the blimp money game. Oh, come the fuck on. Never ever. I'm gonna live forever. I'm a Highlander. Please keep the horse racing stream going. Dude, I can't even keep it up and I'm alive right now. I can't even figure out why it's breaking today. Oh. Yeah, I don't know why. This level's rad. Only one of the Highlanders live forever. Well, I think none of them live forever, right? And I also think as a Highlander, you just get over it eventually. So you're just like, just cut off my head off. Living forever it would suck, you know? Everyone you know and love would not, and then you'd have to make new know and loves. Is Thab ahead of me? Oh, yeah, probably like way ahead of me. Thab's probably done double the exits I have. Minimum, maybe more. I mean, he's probably playing the game way faster than me. He's probably gotten to have a bit more hours with it too so far. And he probably didn't get hard stuck on one part where he was just being a fucking dumbass. I mean, I spent 3 hours on one part where I was literally just being stubborn and dumb. He wasn't learning how to parry. Look forward to seeing that part on YouTube. I don't. Me crashing out. The game that made me crash out. Fuck. Gah! Southern Rock, you're a douchebag. What do I think of... What do I think of blah blah blah's criticism or for blah 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 blah? I don't care. I don't care. What I think is no matter what you're asking me, you're probably misinterpreting what was said. But yeah, I don't care. Also, did you just spoil a level by asking that question? Could we please time him out? Yeah, chat, you guys confuse like getting heat of the moment mad at a Kaizo game or even like playing it up for you all a little bit with like actual legit, you know, like disdain or dislike. And I think like in every Kaizo game, there's just gonna be shit people dig, shit people don't, whatever. If people didn't like games, they wouldn't play them. Okay. Okay. We in? We in? Nothing bad's gonna happen? Where was the troll? Where was the troll? I feel like I probably missed something really funny. Yeah, I feel like I probably missed something super funny. People, this game's giving people tons of PTSD. Chat, okay. Kaizo Mario has gotten very playable and really fun. Right? This is a legitimate grind. And you're gonna see people, when they're grinding, have moments where they fuck ah! And we say, fuck you to the creator and blah, blah, blah. But really what we mean is, God damn it, why can't I get this? That's what we mean. Ah! I gotta pee. This is the first hack people have actually had to try on in a long time. Yes, yes. I was actually talking about this in DMs yesterday. I was like, this is the first hack in a long time where it's like it's a super quality playable hack. Like usually like since like the pandemic, it's been like really hard hacks are kind of like boring and unfun. Casio, perchance. You know, I love perchance, but I also like hate perchance. Shots fired. You can't just say perchance. It's not a shot. That's not a shot. See, again, and this is the thing. You guys twist this. You guys take anything at, it's like that's a shot. It's not a shot. That's not a shot. Even the question, that's not anyone taking a shot. You know what I mean? And you guys just gotta, it's not a shot. Nobody's shooting a shot at anyone. Sounds like a shot. Luigi's still running wild. Take the shot. I do gotta go pee. All right, chat. I'm sorry. I don't have horses. Horses aren't working, so I'm sorry. I mean, I could try it, but they're not working. They're just gonna be all choppy and fucked up. I don't know what is going on. I don't know how to fix it. Sorry. I don't know what to do right now in this exact moment. Hopefully it'll just fix itself once I do something. So I'll give you some Be Right Back screens. I'll be right back.